Cinco de Mayo. Today is May 5th. It's been quite a while since I've seen Nirvaan. So we went ahead and worked on, we took a look primarily at his backhand. I sent a video analysis for him today on his backhand. The main things we talked about, the primary thing is we want to go ahead and get him to remember to go ahead and start making spin. The reason that he doesn't make spin, come here. All right, hit like you're hitting that way. Go ahead. So the take back, I'm not too concerned about the take back or the way he takes it back. He can take it back high. I'm perfectly fine with that. But the main thing is that from this position here, go down on the hook. On the hook. So we visualize that there is a hook here, like right there, like this. All right. And so his racket must go ahead and land on the hook so that the hand in the position relative to the elbow, the height, right, is much lower. He gets it down. That way he's, regardless of the height of the ball, he's going to always be coming up from a lower to high position, right? This is just to get him to get that forward roll on the ball. Again, and this majority of the balls you can go ahead and hit, regardless of the height of the ball. You can bring it down to that low, or relative to that low based on a high bouncing ball too. But that's right now I'm not too concerned about that because he has crappy footwork, and the footwork is what's going to make him handle better higher bouncing balls more than anything else. Okay, so his foot also, we talked about his foot, the angle of his foot, the toe pointing this way. As long as the toe is not facing backwards, as long as it's not facing backwards like that, that affects the way that his hip rotation is and how much his back is turned to the net, which is a pet peeve of Jeremy's. He's concerned about that a little bit. Yes, I think that instead of shortening up your strokes, we want to go ahead and try and get you to correct that positioning right there to help with everything else that follows after it, which includes the adjustments that shortening up your stroke, stuff like that. It can be a solution, but I think that the problem more is primarily in the way that your foot is, and when you swing, the way your knee locks up. You just need to make sure to pivot on that, right? Moving backwards, the main things we talked about is footwork. Now, what do we mean when we talk about footwork? When we talk about footwork for Nirvaan, it is about speed. Nirvaan must have speed. Speed comes from two places. Where does speed come from?
Feet.
That's one. The physical.
Your heart.
And your heart.
And your brain.
And your brain? Well, that's three things. Which one? Heart or brain? Brain. All right? The reaction time. Your ability to react quickly, to send the signal down to your feet, to react and explode to wherever you need to go. And your brain's ability to keep your body moving at a very fast speed. When the brain and the body, they work in conjunction together, we get into this flow, right? Where you're not really thinking, you're just doing. And that is where you have the best tennis that you can play probably of anything else. When you are able to do 3 balls after Jeremy says, all right, come on, don't be so tight. Loosen up, right? Or don't, you're tight, right? And then you're able to do 3 balls, about 3 balls. That's what I understand. You're able to do 3 balls loose, yeah? And then what is happening probably is that you are riding the instruction, right? Without having to think too much because it has been given to you. So then what happens after the 4th ball is you try to take over again by thinking. And so that's, you get into your own way is what you do. And so simple exercises, just see if you can get 4 in a row where you do it correctly, 5 in a row. Keep extending that, right? Don't think so much. Don't feel. Your strokes are good. Your technique is good. Okay, so now what else on the forehand? Now the forehand we talked about going behind too much, right? Backhand is just go ahead and try and make a more spin on it, yeah. And speed is reaction. And it is the physical, but for Nirvaan, it is telling himself to be fast on everything. Be fast, and not to smile too much when he knows he should not be smiling, because when he smiles, he is enjoying what he is doing, and it's beautiful to see him smile, but he also slows him down physically, and it also takes away a lot of his concentration. A serious mind for you, I think, could be the difference between being an okay, good player and an amazing, incredible player. Okay? Anything else?
On the forehand, semi-open.
On the forehand side, yes, I do want to emphasize, let's not forget about the semi-open stance. All right, do practice some of that. Let's make sure that we are able to keep up doing that just as good as you're able to step into shots. All right? Okay, that's it. All right, we'll see you next time.